Well, hello, Coconut friends. How y'all doing? Mama is being so good today. Mama, tell them how good you was.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, Mama.
Oh, I put the ribs on.
Oh.
Put them ribs on for you.
And I'm going to tell you, they are so good. And all she put on them was a little bit of y'all's seasoning and salt and pepper, Dr. Pepper, and coffee. And she's cooked them for about 6 hours. And I tasted of one. And it was so good. I said, we can eat them just like this. And she said, well, you want to thicken that up? And I said, let's put a little bit of gravy in it. Brown gravy. We're not barbecuing. We have thought about that. But Mama, and I have to agree with her, we're not tired forever. But we're a little tired of baked beans, potato salad, because we've eaten it since Memorial Day. So we didn't want that tonight. So we're having just good old-fashioned mashed potatoes here. And peanut beans. And
I started to say pinto beans.
That's going to be supper tonight. Mama, tell them what you're going to do. Put those 2 packets of brown gravy in there.
Yeah, I'm going to put a package of brown gravy and a package of pork gravy.
And we're going to hope that thickens it.
Yeah, I'm going to see how much liquid's in it.
It may not get hot enough to thicken it. Reckon we're going to put that in and pour it over it? Put that in bowl it and pour it over it?
I'm going to take some of that broth if it ain't
That's what I was thinking. You reckon that'd be...
And use it and make the gravy.
We're looking to get a little thicker. That's what we're looking for, the gravy. But we're just going to have that, and we're going to dip a little bit of gravy over our mashed taters. Now, that sounds like a delicious supper. Now don't get me wrong, and don't go out and say, he don't like potato. I love potato salad. I love baked beans, but that's what we had for supper last night, wasn't it, Mama?
Yeah.
That's what we had Sunday. And we had it again the other day. So we're not through with it. We're just going to take a break from those. And we're going to have just plain old mashed potatoes and green beans. What do y'all think? That's what we're having. And I'm going to get these potatoes ready to go here and cook them. And the beans are already boiling. These potatoes will take 12 minutes. We want that meat and that gravy to get to know one another for about that same amount of time. And we're going to be ready to eat here in a flash. Now, what are y'all eating? It's Thursday. It's the weirdest week ever. Go ahead and admit it. We were off Monday. Tuesday seemed like not a Monday, not a Tuesday. It seemed like a weird day. Yesterday, we had a picnic at church. We didn't even go to the church. And it seemed weird. And today, all day long, I've been thinking, is it Friday? I don't know. The days are all mixed up. And I've tried to do myself right by telling myself over and over what the day really is. Sometimes if I'll mention it to myself 3 or 4 times, then I'll catch on. But other times, every time I look up, I'm like, what day is it? What do I need to be doing today? I've not been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, evidently, because I've not got my mind reset. And then, here's another thing. I'm going to reveal too much, and you'll think he is crazy. I had on my mind Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week, we need to get those flowers done for Memorial Day. We've got to get flowers done. And somehow, there's some of that leftover thought followed me into Tuesday morning when I woke up and I was getting ready to go to the shower, do all that stuff. I thought, oh, mercy, we got to get flowers done sometime. And I thought, John, you did that last weekend. What's wrong with me, people? I've got delayed anxiety about things I already finished. You ever done that before? Worry around with something so long that it becomes a part of you for a minute, and you're like, I've been got flowers. We don't need flowers. But it was like I felt that same urgency. We got to get some flowers. And we did good on flowers. And me and Mama was talking, and we ain't quite figured it out. We got out there Saturday morning, and I said, I'm going to get them done early. That I liked to myself. But we got there Saturday morning, and I remember I clocked in, Mama, at 12 o'clock, wasn't it?
I don't remember the time.
I remember saying, I'm clocking in because I'm getting overtime.
I know after 2 hours was up, you said, You owe me for 2 hours already.
Yeah, well, that was the whole point. Trust me, before y'all start writing in, that was all a joke. I don't charge Mama for making a flyer or nothing. That's just silliness. But within 2 hours we were finished, is my point, with everything. And it flew by. And usually, Mama, ain't it the truth? It usually takes us a couple of evenings.
Yeah, takes a while.
Like, I'm talking 6 hours, 3 hours an evening. We done them all in 2 hours. And I wasn't extra rushing or anything. I just was kind of getting them done, but it was like the time was different, wasn't it, Mama?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
It was different because Mama said, have we only been doing this 2 hours? And I said, yeah, I guess. But we did them, delivered them, and had them on and decorated. We did good. I was pleased. What did you, Mama?
I was real pleased that we got them done and got them on. We beat all the storms.
We beat all the storms, and Sunday, somehow or another, the Lord blessed us wonderfully. We got to have our family reunion with no storms.
I
And
think you got enough maybe potatoes.
huh?
You got enough potatoes.
I thought she was talking about, I thought she was looking at that going, you got some. I thought, oh, enough potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to do this last one.
Here. Is that
Yeah.
all right?
Is that just the au jus?
Yeah, that's just like the...
Now this, show them that. This is got coffee and Dr. Pepper, and see how clear it comes out. It's amazing.
Should I strain it?
No, Mama,
That's got all the flavor.
that's the flavor. Now what she's gonna do with that au jus off from the ribs is she's just gonna boil it and put the packets of gravy in it. And she can make homemade gravy, but we got the packets. We like them, so we're using them. And boil it so it will activate that thickener in your gravy. Then she's going to pour it back over the ribs. So we're essentially just going to have ribs and brown gravy. These was a different rib. I didn't realize what I picked up. It was called a pork tenderloin rib. They're cut like ribs. And they taste good, but there's no bone. So I guess it's the equivalent of a boneless rib. You know, maybe that's just the way they cut them. But anyhow, that's what we're having. We had planned on doing barbecue ribs and all of our usual for the holiday, but we didn't end up cooking Monday. But now, we got busy Monday, done all of our stuff, and had a good Monday too. So it's been a great weekend. And then this week at work has flown by, and even though I didn't know what day it was every day, I mean, eventually I figured it out every day.
I know tomorrow's Friday.
I know tomorrow's Friday, Mama said, and I do too. And we'll do it. It's the weekend again. But that's the weird part. Is all that happened Saturday, and here we are back to Saturday in like a day and a half, seems like. So what are y'all cooking tonight? Are y'all tired of picnic food? That's what we call potato salad, macaroni salad. I made that big pasta salad. I want some beans and taters tonight. And I sound like my mama because that's what she usually hollers. Is I'm ready for some beans and taters. But I'm the one who hollered it this time. And she just agreed with it. I got that cutting board out because I thought I was going to cut them potatoes up, but I just sliced them up. So there they are. And all I'm going to do is rinse them and put a little salt in them. I'll do it.
I'll do it. You sit and talk. Here's your thing.
I just want to let you sit and talk.
You know,
She's going to rinse them and put some salt in them and cook them. Now, a lot of people have been talking about using chicken broth for their mashed potatoes. I haven't. We always just use water, but I'm willing to try it. Have y'all ever used it?
we ate some Thanksgiving one year with chicken broth on mash after this cooked.
After it's cooked.
Yeah.
This is different. People are talking about, I didn't eat them. People are talking about they use chicken broth and stock to boil their vegetables, like the potatoes for mashed potatoes, or when they're having just cooked vegetables, they just boil them in the broth. And I think that would be okay. I'm willing to try it sometime. Let's bring this over here. I'm willing to try it sometime. I'm going to show you, this is our normal routine. This little dish with all these little flavors. It's weird, I don't know. We don't do it in the winter. Hardly ever do we flavor our water. But this is just all these little, and I think these are the Crystal Lights and the True. This is True Lemon Peach Lemonade. It's by True, that brand, True. But I got this out the other day, and Mom said, "Yep, it's time." And I asked her, I said, "Why do we only do this seasonally?" And she said, "Well, I guess we drink more water." I said, "I drink water all year, every day, but I don't even think about flavoring it until springtime." So what's your favorite water flavors? Now, Mama uses these. If I set them out here, and they're on our little caddy here with all of our salt and stuff, and they're just, and another thing, we use them for company. You know, if you offer them a bottle of water and say, "Would you like a flavor?" And that way they can pick a flavor. But why is it we use it more in the spring? And what's your favorite brand or kind? We're not represented by any of those folks. It's just some I picked up, and some I've gotten from other people that'll say, "Hey, try this, it's delicious." And I'm like, "Oh, we'll try that." But, Mama, what's your favorite one?
Ooh, I don't know.
Mango?
I like mango, and I like the
Raspberry.
True Lemon, just the little.
The True Lemon. Now, we use tons of these. Now, you're not going to beat these, and I'm not sponsored with them. If you're out there, True Lemon, give me a holler. This is True Lemon, and this is the equivalent. One of Mama's friends, one packet equals one wedge of a lemon. These are dehydrated lemons. One packet taste of one wedge. Ingredients is something, but it's like a dehydrated lemon, 0 calories. These are great. Now I'm going to tell you a little thing, and it's not my discovery. It's, I guess, something I've seen on TV. But they had done that black light on lemon wedges in restaurants, and a huge majority of them was not that clean. So they were recommending, it's the rind most of the time, because people may not wash the outside lemon before they slice it. But they were saying, if you are going to use it, just don't drop it down in your drink. Squeeze the lemon and dispose of it. And I'm bad about, used to be before that, just putting it in my drink.
Me too.
But we don't anymore. So now, most of the time,
I take them in my pocketbook.
most of the time we order without lemon, please. And Mama has these when we go out to eat. But we use them here all the time. Mm-hmm. And you can I could put 3 of these packets in a big old container of water. I'm talking about big container, 40 ounces, and it just flavors the whole thing real good. Mama uses 1 for a bottle or 2. The other night I fixed her this little mug with ice in one of these, and she swore I was trying to kill her. She said, "That is so lemony." I said, "Mama, I promise to use 1. So, I don't know what the difference was.
I think I'd eat something.
You think you'd eat something sweet?
Sweet like.
That'll make it taste more powerful. But, so what do you all like? Am I missing something? Is there some of these products we don't have? Are these flavors, any of these, your favorites? Because it is the season. This citrus is what Mama uses a lot in her water. I accused them, which they definitely was not. It was totally a joke. Let me say that before. So Mama took her Sunday school class. She had a bunch of these in her purse. And so her Sunday school class, they all had water. And here they go, shaking water bottles and I said, girls, what are y'all doing? Having mixed drinks on that end of the table? Is that the naughty end? And they laughed because it was all mixed with these citrus packs. And Mama was the ringleader, of course. If there's trouble at church,
I gave some to the kids.
Mama gave it to everybody. If there's trouble at church or something like that going on, and you're like, what's them women doing down there? My mama's right in the middle of it.
Or the ringleader.
Or the ringleader, as she says. But if y'all have a suggestion, let us know. I was looking on Amazon, and I really didn't see anything new. I mean, there was a lot of stuff on there, but I don't think it was any better than what we was using. Mom, I have a fork here when I tasted it.
I think I'm going to lay those ribs in this instead of, because it ain't going to cover them in that big old container.
Okay.
Will that work?
Well, let me just turn the camera around. We'll see what you're up to, Mama. Because sometimes you hide from us and don't tell us what you're doing. Show them what you got there.
Well, this is the gravy.
So that's the gravy, 2 packs of brown and a pork.
Yeah.
And you're just going to transfer all the ribs into
I
that?
think I will, because this is not enough to
Okay.
cover this big container.
So you'll still have au jus, or whatever you're going to call it, over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. It keeps freezing up. Sarita, go out and come back in. Sometimes that's the problem. Now, it has stopped once or twice on me here. It shows the internet and it says you have no, and it comes right back on, and we're not freezing up now. My favorite is Propel. I love. Well, Penny, that sounds good. Hey, Jamie. Crystal Light Raspberry Ice. Now, I think I have that. I got Wild Strawberry. I have had that. I have had the Crystal, and I probably got some out there. But thank you for that suggestion, because if I don't, I'll get some. Well, Mom, hold on a minute. Mama's coming back over here.
I know they weren't going to be enough
Well, that looks delicious, Mama.
to cover that whole big container, and then cover over
You got that on your counter, by the way.
Okay, I'm just going to set it back over here, because potatoes ain't near done.
They're near. They near, Mama.
Oh,
Or they are, too, because they've been going for 6 or 8 minutes. 6 or 8 minutes. I've got this shirt. I can't read y'all. I like lemon water, cucumber water, and lime water. I also like Crystal Light, peach tea. I love the peach tea. Lisa, I love the peach tea in my water sometimes. Now, Mama and I have a Tupperware pitcher that's got a diffuser on it. And Mama will put cucumbers in it, and she'll put raspberries, strawberries. It's so good if you leave it overnight in the refrigerator. We'll have to get that diffuser pitcher out, Mama.
That ain't it, is it?
I think that one comes with a diffuser, but it's not the one I was saying is that red one.
Oh,
It's got that cage. Does this one have a cage?
I don't.
I should know, because we.
I don't think it does.
Oh, okay. Good job. That's what
I
she said.
believe it's just the water pitcher.
I'm gonna. Is this been washed?
Yeah, I just got it out of the cabinet. Gonna put water in it.
So what we do, and this is mainly, and Mama knows it's for her. Trust me, people. I have no problem drinking water. I drink. These are supposed to be 40 ounces. I'll drink 4 of them a day, and I'll take them to bed. I drink them. This will encourage Mama, because when you put this in that refrigerator full of water and it's just sitting there looking at you, it is so tempting. So I'm going to fill this up when we wash dishes. I'm going to fill it up with filtered water, and I'm going to put it in there, and hopefully Mama will see it. And if I really want to tempt her, like a kid in a candy store, I'll drop a few pieces of lemon in it. But now mine will be washed. I'm not going to tell y'all how I wash my lemons, because it's not recommended, I'm sure. But they're clean. They're clean. I wash them good, Donna Mom.
Oh yeah.
I wash them good.
You wash them too good sometimes.
I'm not recommending it, but let's just say Dawn Power Wash is involved, and a vegetable brush, and they're rinsed well, and I will then put a little white vinegar in a bowl and roll around in it, and I don't rinse that off. I let that dry. I do not want any fruit. I wash watermelons, the outside. I wash cantaloupe. Anything a knife goes through in this kitchen, it gets thoroughly washed. If it's limes, lemons, it's washed. Watermelon, washed. When I wash a watermelon, I wash it with Dawn Power Wash. I rinse it good. I put white vinegar on it and do not dry that. Now, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, those, they don't get done this. It's stuff with rinds. Oranges, it gets washed. But berries and things that's not encased in a rind, they get washed in vinegar, water, and they don't get rinsed. But I've never tasted vinegar on them. If you wash your things when you bring them from the store, and that goes against all the recommendations of like our Fridge Smarts from Tupperware, they say put them in there dirty. Now Tupperware can say that, and that's fine. But Tupperware, I love your product, but I don't follow your directions. I wash ours in vinegar and water, and I let them dry good, and then I put them in the Fridge Smarts, and they last and last and last, and they're wonderful. And Fridge Smarts are on sale for the month of June. And by the way, Tupperware June starts today, so I don't put them in there dirty. And here's one reason why I don't. My whole point in having the Fridge Smarts in the refrigerator where I can grab them is for the convenience. So if I look in there and I know I'm going to have to wash them, then I may not reach in and grab 3 or 4. I would wait and wash everything and go through the vinegar and stuff. So if I wash them in vinegar and then dry them well, then put them in a Fridge Smart, anytime, day or night, I want just a little something, I can grab a Fridge Smart, pop it open, and eat some raspberries or some blueberries or some blackberries. They're washed, they're ready to go. I think the whole point of it is you don't want to put any moisture in them because that's the whole point of them. But if you'll dry them well on a paper towel, I've not had any problem with it. But the Fridge Smarts are on sale. I'll post some stuff for y'all. Maybe tonight. That's when I do a lot of posting. But it works out really good. But I'm not recommending any of that hot mess I just told y'all. I'm just telling you what I do. As your mama said, if John jumped off a bridge, would you jump after him? No. You do yours your way. But my way has kept us clean, hasn't it, Mama?
Yeah.
Vinegar has, it's a wonderful property. It's edible. You can't go wrong with it. And it kills the mold spores that may just be under the surface trying to jump out. Have you ever bought fresh fruit and it molds in 2 days or 1 day? Next day you're like, this is molded. You didn't wash it in vinegar, did you? We're ready to eat.
No, I don't think the potatoes are hardly done.
That was to you.
Huh?
That was to you. We're ready to eat.
Oh.
Are they not tender?
I don't think so. They hadn't started boiling when you said they're ready.
Oh, well. I was expecting them to be boiling.
Yeah, just...
Mom, what have you done today? And how come you're all dressed up in white pants and tops?
I'm not
with
dressed up. I've been in the garden today with this and outside.
Does she look dressed up to y'all? I thought she's going somewhere. I thought, well, Mama's taking out of here tonight.
No, I'm not dressed up.
Lisa, I love all those things that you mentioned there. Hey, Mama, what's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle.
2 wheels and 3 wheels.
Is that you got it right, but you didn't use the right word. Let's go over this one. Nathan, this is you again. Nathan's good at these.
Oh,
Nathan Honeycutt, thank you. Hey, Mom.
yeah.
What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? And you said 3 wheels and 2 wheels.
Yeah.
But the real answer right there is a tire.
A tire.
A tire. You know, your clothes is your tire.
Yeah.
So one time, Nathan, that's too funny. I love that. Hello from Canada. Hey, Lori Elliott. How are you? Hi, John. Mama looks great. She does, doesn't she, Shirley? I thought you was dressed up. You tell me you're dressed down for the garden. Hello, John and Mama. Supper sounds delicious. Wanda, it does sound delicious, but it's totally different. Usually we don't do ribs and brown gravy, but I can't wait. I think it's going to be delicious. Green.
You said right there, I can't see none of them words. All I see is little white dots across through there.
Okay, Joyce, what are these? What brand are these? Because Joyce is saying there's green apple one and a raspberry and an A&W root beer. Are you saying Crystal Light?
I've seen it. Something like that. No.
Hello, Philip. How are you? Hey, oh, there's Nathan. Hey, Mama.
Oh, is it? Is that the same?
Oh, it's the same one. I tore my back. Oh, my bicep muscle. Oh, Teresa.
She did what? Okay.
I hope that wasn't recently. I'm not getting notifications for y'all going live. Carla, I bet you somehow you've unfollowed or you've been unfollowed because you hadn't responded or anything or put a thumbs up. If you don't ever respond but you have, this should help you by putting that on there. Then sometimes if they do an update, Facebook don't put you back on there. So go to Coffee Time with John and Mama and make sure you've liked it, followed it, shared it, and all that stuff. You should, and there's a notification button on there. Hit that notification and say all videos or all. Or if you just put, there's 2 or 3 choices, but make sure you're selecting all. I've had other people say that here lately. I used to get notifications, now I don't. And they go and they say I had to resubscribe. I've got videos I follow. Same thing happened to me. I thought I've not seen them in a while. I looked them up and I'm like, I always followed them. I had to follow again. So just go check it and follow it. And if you haven't followed, make sure you're following the right page. Some of y'all are on a fake page and it has like 25,000 followers. I told Mama that I said, if those 25,000 followers would unfollow them, come over to our page, we'd have that 200,000 you've been looking for. But if you look at the page and it will tell you how many followers, if it's not over 180, it's not us because we're over 180. So check that out and make sure you're on the right page. And you don't have to report the other page, just block it because some people block ours or report ours. So just block it. I've heard other people saying the same thing on their pages. So just, make sure you're on the right page. These taters are done. Mama, is that all the butter you want us to have?
No, I'm getting some more.
I thought, Mama, that's kind of stingy for you, Mama, because that wasn't even a good pad. Is it pad of butter or pat? Because I was just thinking as I was saying, is it pad, a pat of butter, or a pat of butter? Pat. What is it, Mama?
Pad, I think.
P-A-T or P-E-D?
P-A-D.
P-A-D?
A pad of butter.
A pat of butter or a pat of butter? We've come up with a good question tonight. I don't know. Pat sounds good.
That's what I call it. It's probably wrong.
Do I get more?
Butter? No.
No. that's all I get. That was short-lived. That generosity went. And
I gave you some more butter. Where was you at?
I was here. I seen it. But it still was little, wasn't it? I guess we'll get what we got and take what we got, because it's what we got. Do I get cream tonight?
I don't know.
She's strict tonight, folks. She's put her foot down around here. Does your mom ever tell you she's fixing to put her foot down? I'm fixing to put my foot down. It's going to change. Things is going to change around here. You ever heard that? How come I'm up over the top of my folds? A lot of people ask me about this little tater masher. This is a Tupperware. First time I saw the little...
You're going to need a little more butter.
Well, Mama, I guess you've done the right thing. But everything's better with more butter. And the first time I saw it, I thought, how can you mash taters with that?
Yeah.
And I even thought, well, I'll try it, but I ain't gonna like it. We'll be using our regular old potato masher, because I don't like that. I didn't think. Well, I love that thing. If I can't find it, I have trouble mashing taters now. I'm like, shoot, oh, we got another better. Remix it in before she takes half of it back. And, but I love the thing. You want a closer look. It gets right down in, see how, can y'all see that? Like, it'll go right down on that curve of that pot. Can you see how it does? And they're mashed ever so good, and it's so easy. Plus, I found I use this thing for a lot of things. It's handy, like if you're wanting to strain out some soup or something, it'll hold vegetables. So it's one of the handiest things I've gotten in tool-wise. That and that purple knife and them orange knives, you know how I love them. But this tater masher, Tupperware tater masher, is the best little thing. And if you're saying, how do we find it? On the bottom of all of our videos, the first link that I share is Mama's Tupperware. And Mama loves to sell Tupperware, and she wants to sell you some if you want it. But we don't expect nobody to buy it, and you don't ever have to buy the first bit of Tupperware to watch our page. See that thing? How it's neat. But a lot of y'all told us when we first started, and I was using something, and somebody asked, and I said, well, Mama sells these, that you just didn't even know that Tupperware still existed or that you could even order. So that's how come Mama started showing it and putting her link on here so y'all could grab it if you wanted it. But the month changed over every Wednesday. Last Wednesday of the month is the end of that month for us. So now there's all new sales, all new stuff. So I'll go in and clean out all the other stuff so people won't be confused. Now those potatoes are perfect, folks. Look at that, how smooth. And, but the link is always there. That's my point. Because a lot of y'all will say, how can I order? And every video, the first comments down below are ours, and they are Mama's site, our Etsy page. Our Etsy page isn't on there right now because they're restocking. And our Amazon link is on there because some of our stuff people want to know where you get it. And also, if you want to join Mama's team, be one of her consultants.
You want to, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. If you want to be one of her consultants,
Oh, lemon. You want lemon tonight or plain?
That's fine. Sell some Tupperware. I stopped and see if she's going to ask me something else. And that's handy too. You can make extra money, and you get a discount on what you purchase, and you can be on Mama's Coffee Time team. And several of y'all have done that, and I've heard from a lot of y'all, and you're doing good. You're doing real good. So that's great. That's another little bonus plus. And it's not hard to sell it. I'm going to sell it itself. And once people know that you sell it, they most of the time will come looking for you. So, and it's something to do. And Mama loves it. Mama loves the Tupperware folks. They have meetings. The business leader is wonderful. All the upline management is wonderful. They'll always help you. And it's just a good thing. But that ain't what this video is about, but I'm just bringing it up. Because I get questions a lot of times, and I say, I'll answer it one night. And I don't think about it.
There you go.
Alright, folks, this is it. This is a wonderful, delicious, I'm going to say nutritious. This is the boneless ribs and the gravy. Can't wait to try that. That didn't get real thick, but that's fine. Those are peanut green beans, that's mashed potatoes. And our efforts to downsize, not cut out, not quit eating, but to downsize, we've cut out the breads every time. And we've cut out those extra little sides we used to think we had to throw in. Like tonight, we would have probably put glazed carrots with this. Or we would have served, since it's pork, we would have served sweet apples and cinnamon. Or corn, which would be starchy. But we have found we can enjoy something like this with less sides. And we really do enjoy it. And we don't overeat. And it's just as good, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a bold statement right now.
That's too much now. Kids are filling my plate.
I'm going to make a bold statement right now. And if you'd asked me 8 months ago, I would have said, you'll never hear me say that. But, honest to goodness, I aggravate a little bit, but I don't miss the bread.
I do. I'm honest.
As much as Mama. I miss, like tonight, having a little piece of cornbread to put this gravy. I might miss that. But I don't feel like I'm missing something every time we don't have it now. Used to, I really did. I felt like, oh, we don't have that.
The pepper, you didn't put pepper in my potatoes.
Mama, I thought you said you seasoned them.
I put salt and no pepper.
Yes, ma'am. I can certainly reach it. But I'm still filling up your plate.
Oh, that's good. That looks good.
Trying to do my job, Mama.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that beautiful brown gravy. And
What if I moved the pizza over on that side?
of course. You didn't expect it on the front side, did you?
I didn't think it'd be easy.
You know it's only good manners if somebody asks for the pepper, you also give them the salt and vice versa.
Oh,
Now folks, that looks like downtown right there. That looks like downtown. You ready to bless it? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for providing it for us, dear Lord. We thank you for nourishing our bodies with it. Dear Lord, we thank you for these precious hands that prepared it also, dear Lord. And above all, we thank you, Lord, that we're healthy and able to sit here together and enjoy it. Dear Lord, we just pray for all the prayer requests that are out there, those spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. We just pray for this world and our leaders. Pray you'll be with each and every one of them. In your precious name we pray, and amen. Get my y'all's tea over here. Did y'all get to
I
take it?
didn't want me to have a full glass of tea, I don't guess.
Sometimes you're stingy, Mom, even with yourself. Now let's try this. I can't wait to taste.
That meat is so tender.
Let's see if anybody's talking to us.
Did they say something?
I blocked them up. Sorry. Looks delicious. Enjoy. Thank you, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. J.A. Brooks, Sherry Anderson, peanut green beans. Yep, it's peanut green beans, and this is what they are. And here's how they get their name: is this little peanut-looking bean. See how brown it looks like a little peanut? These are not. They're not red half runners. Your co-op may tell you that. I've heard people.
Or pink half runners.
Or pink half runners. These are, and you can tell them, and maybe they'll help you out. These are a heirloom bean, and they're a bush bean. It's a bush. It just grows up into a bush. It don't run. They're little knotty beans. They're hard to get a mess. Mama works awful hard to get a mess of these. They're full of beans, but they have that red cast to them. And that's the reason they will tell you those are red half runners or pink half runners. They're not. Somebody sent us some and said, here, we tried them. It was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So these are heirloom and they're a bush bean.
This is what my mommy always planted.
It's my most favorite green bean. I like it better than all the others. Now let's try this rib in the brown gravy.
It comes in a little earlier than some of the others.
Oh,
Maturity date.
these, Mama, we may have to, we'll put this in the rotation. We don't have to have barbecue every time. This is delicious. I like the brown gravy.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Now, remember this. She started these in black coffee. She added a Dr. Pepper. She added salt, pepper, and a little bit of y'all's Southern Secret for the flavors. She cooked that for 6 hours. Then we added brown gravy. So it wasn't, just that instant thing. So a lot of the flavor profile can be contributed to that salt, pepper, Dr. Pepper, and y'all's Southern Secret. So don't skip any of those steps. But yet, those are simple steps. Very simple. It was worth the wait, Mom. I'm glad we didn't mess them up on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
But I had to eat them. And we will have them that way again. We love barbecue ribs.
That gravy wouldn't have been enough to cover it in a crock pot, so it turned out good in that kettle.
Mm-hmm, you did good. These mashed potatoes are extra delicious tonight.
We ain't had none in a while.
That may be it, but they're awful smooth. And...
Yeah.
All right, folks. All we're going to do now is eat, wash these dishes. I'm going to go out and water flowers. I know we've had rain, but some of the pots are dry. And I water all my herbs I just planted. I got a huge...
And you got more peppermint or spearmint or something you got to plant.
I do have to plant that. I always put a little on the porch. Ever since we had that snake on the porch, and that's supposed to help get rid of them. But this year I'm going to put a little around the house too. And I just want it to spread and do whatever it wants to do. And keep anything, mice, snakes, anything like that from being around the house. Don't want Abby scared.
Don't want me scared.
Well, you ain't as scared as she is.
Yeah, I am.
She
You
does.
didn't hear me hollering when that snake was in the storm door.
I was talking to you on the phone. But you still didn't holler as loud as Abby did.
She is scared to death.
I ain't never heard that little baby.
I don't believe she'd ever seen a snake.
Well, here's my theory. She loves to lay out beside the steps. That's her area. I think she was laying there because when I got out there, the snake was across the bottom step, down on the concrete, and was striking. And it was a blue racer. It wasn't just a common black snake. My theory is snake was crawling across the step, ran into Abby. Abby scared him to death, and then she seen the snake and she lost her mind. Because we were sitting here, And I heard her, and immediately
You'd think an elephant or something.
we
was
both,
it?
Mom and I both knew it was distressed and scared to death. It was I could have swore I heard her heart, help! So the time we got out there,
You know there's something bad wrong.
that's what we found. So the time we got him redirected with a hoe,
Down in the field.
shot him down the, he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay and fight. But I persuaded him.
He wasn't afraid of you.
No.
He was striking at
No, he
everything.
was a blue racer. So, time I kept, even the hardest head creature can be persuaded if you keep swinging a hoe at him. And he moved on, and we've not seen him
I don't know
since.
how you got it to stay still long enough to carry it down there in that grass.
Well, he wasn't still.
Well, I know, but you got to keep him on there though.
He wrapped himself. He was holding up. I wasn't holding him. He was holding up. And then when we both got down in the grass and I kind of flung at him, he seemed, I guess I better go on. That's what he thought. And he probably looked over and said, that poor little dog's about to lose her mind.
Oh, I tell you what, I've been out there working for 2 days out there, and I'm constantly looking
Well,
in
yeah.
every direction.
But who's been with you? Abby.
Abby's been out there. But the way she is scared to death, she wouldn't be no help.
I don't think she would be that scared if she's seen one now. I think he just, probably even, he could have even touched her. I think it was just up on her before she even knew it, because that was where she was.
Oh, she was hollering for every breath she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she was hollering, help, help, help.
You know how you parents know your children's sounds? We know hers. She's been here now 5 months.
Since the 26th day of December.
Mm-hmm. So the 26th day of this month be 6 months. Of June, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been here quite a while.
She's been here long enough to get her name on the deed.
On the what?
She's been here long enough, now we live with her instead of her living with us. That's the state of where we are.
I was watching one of them old shows, and this old man left all of his estate to his faithful companion, his dog.
Mm-hmm. That sounds exactly like something I would do.
He had it fixed if anything happened to his dog. It all went to charities of some sort. So
You talk about ensuring that everybody takes care of your dog. Unless there's state,
he had the loopholes for everything.
That tastes so good.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
June almost, Mama. It's
That's
National
June.
Tea
Tomorrow?
Month.
No, when is June?
Day after tomorrow. And then we'll start into the month of June with sweet tea.
What do you mean start into it? We've been drinking it all year.
I know, but it'll seem more like, it's like putting your Christmas tree up early. It gets more important the closer it gets to summer, 4th of July, and sweet tea and watermelon.
Oh, Lord. I never count sweet tea as a summer thing.
We're 365 sweet tea, but when I think of summer, I think about sitting on the porch drinking sweet tea like it's just something I do in June, July. That tea is so good. Thank you, Debbie. I guess you tried it. Did you try the watermelon flavor? All their flavors are good. Now, I really would tell you if it was. None of them are artificially. Everything of them is good. The watermelon, I was really worried about it. I was afraid it would taste like watermelon chewing gum. Somehow or another, but they've been working on the watermelon ever since they started. So it's been a couple of 3 years in development. It tastes like fresh tea infused with watermelon. It don't taste like an artificial flavor at all. When you taste that tea, you tastes like you've eaten about a real watermelon, don't you, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
But if I was put on the spot to say, you can only pick one tea that you can have from now on, I said just give me the regular because it's so good. This is regular decaf, by the way, so we're drinking it late. But it sure is
quenches
good.
you thirst.
It does, and it's just so good. And I love it without any sugar. And we usually keep one with and one without. Are you upset?
I'm crying out of one eye.
Are you crying over the tea?
I'm just crying over everything, I guess.
You crying because I mentioned unsweet tea? One of us likes unsweet tea and one of us don't. Can you all guess which one? Smile. All right, Mama. You got anything you want to add?
No, everything's good. I've eaten quite a bit.
It is good. I'm going to finish this up.
There's green beans and all.
Yeah, you eat good green beans. I'm going to finish this up. We'll wash these dishes. Very
Water
little.
your flowers.
There you go, water flowers. That's not a maybe, that's a gotta. I gotta.
I put out plants today.
What's that?
About 30 plants, 28.
Oh,
20.
I should have said we didn't have any flowers.
No, not flowers. I put out
Tomato plants.
14 tomato plants,
Wow.
5 peppers,
That's music to my ears, Mama.
about 6 zucchinis.
Wow, 6 zucchinis.
Uh,
Ooh. We'll be having some zucchini recipes if they make with 6 plants.
uh,
Zucchinis, you pick them every day. Because they grow inches overnight.
Pam likes zucchini.
Why did you do 6? Did you give away?
I thought, I'm going to take my sister's some.
Okay. Because I thought to say, Mama,
I
year
sowed-
before last we had 1 zucchini and it kept us busy.
No, I put those out for me, and I've got 3 or 4, or maybe 6, something. I don't know how many left to take to her. Take to
How much you put out for us?
I sold a package. That little
Oh, you
package.
sowed them.
I sold them earlier, and they'd come up to transplant them.
Ah, so we're going to have several plants.
Mm.
If they make and do well, you'll get a couple, 3 zucchinis off every plant every day. Is that right?
Well, if they grow good.
Well, we don't let them get huge.
And my squash is blooming.
Yellow straight neck?
I don't know if they're straight necked or crook necked.
Either way.
And my cucumbers are blooming. I've got all the beds full. We'll have to take them and show them this weekend.
We will.
Before my beans turn yellow.
We'll
I've got a trough of
Before
beans.
they turn yellow.
Well, my beans is a trough of beans.
We will show you all the raised beds. What's the difference between straight neck and crooked neck squash? It's those little yellow ones that kind of look like ducks. That's it, straight and crooked neck. But the straight neck, you'll get more of that neck than you do with the crooked neck. And a lot of people really, really like to fry that little narrow neck. Not a lot of seeds in there. It's those little chips of goodness. So if you really like that little part, get straight neck. If you think it's okay, you can get crooked neck. They're the same flavor. It's the same, just the way the neck does. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
I can't wait for some crooked neck squash and green tomatoes fried together. That'll be a good night. All right, Mama, let's say good night and let these folks go.
Yeah.
Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Day tomorrow.
Y'all have a blessed night. Bye-bye.